Hello and welcome to Teach Me Money Methods. In this video, I'm going to be talking about how to make money on Fiverr in 2021. And this isn't going to be just a video like a concept or a theory. This is actually going to be, coming from a Fiverr seller that has years of experience on the platform, has had, dating back probably to 2013, I've actually been selling on Fiverr. And although my business in a lot of my other online incomes has really taken off in the last 12 months, and it doesn't make a whole lot of sense for me to put time into Fiverr, I still have some auto type one-click delivery gigs that make me a little bit of money each month. But more importantly, when I am in a crunch and I want to make an extra $1,000 a month, I can turn on my gigs that are, have, dozens and dozens of 5-star ratings. I can turn those on at any minute and then start getting, that's the thing that's really cool about Fiverr is that, you can pause your gigs and then come back, weeks or months later, turn them back on and they'll fit right in on page one. And you'll start getting orders again because you have that authority. So I don't know what quite what the algorithm is on Fiverr for your gigs ranking, but they definitely have to do with the keyword and the amount of ratings that you have and the amount of orders that you've had on your gig. So it does carry some weight. So it's really cool. It gives you some flexibility to turn your gig off when you want to and turn it back on. And so that's what I do when I want to make some extra cash. And so let's look at my analytics real quick. So on this account, I have made over $8,000 on this account. And you can see my average selling price is $21. So that also, is kind of like one of those, the myth of, oh, you only make $5 on Fiverr. Like why, how is that even worth it? That there's no advantage for the seller, but really, Fiverr has, really, evolved, throughout its time. I think it's been around about 10 years now. And it's evolved. And now you're able to, you don't have to sell your service for $5. You can sell your service for $10 starting, $15, $20. So you don't have to sell your service for $5. Now it's more of an option to like get that entry price to just gain a customer for $5. But then, more often than not, they're going to need more than your $5 gig and they're going to end up spending money with you. And so, you can just look at my analytics, right? So right now I'm not focused on Fiverr. And you can see that, it tapered off in May from 276, and just a few orders here and there right now. But this is not because I am not being successful on the site. This is because I paused all my gigs and I don't want the orders. A lot of these orders over here, they're active type gigs. So once I turn it on, I do have to put in time to deliver the order and create the order. But you can see right in March and April, I was full going at it. And I was able to make over $1,000 in March and over $1,000 in April. And you can see, I was tipped nicely in March, $44 in tips. And I even had a canceled order at $412. And then you can see over here that I had a $100 gig cancel, $100 worth of cancellations as well, but over $1,000 in sales and had tips as well. So, and you can look, even look at, 2020, you'll see, there's a $900 month right there. There's a $600 month right there. And there's over $1,000 month right there. And look, almost every single month, I was not doing it at all in the beginning of the year, but look, so it's consistent. If you turn on all your gigs and you start getting reviews, you will continue to get orders. It's just this is the biggest site on the internet for outsourcing and offering services to people. So, whether you agree with the amount of fees that they take out, there's no denying the amount of traffic that Fiverr can bring into your business and in your services. So that is kind of like more of the qualifications, just going over my account and stuff. And that's why, I can actually tell you, this is what I would do to make money on Fiverr. So let's jump in. We're going to go over to the buying section, right? And because I have this experience and know how to rank gigs and how to get orders and all the different kind of finding different angles to get into those niches that are, the categories like logo design, that's kind of hard to get into. Well, I have different strategies and I am going to be creating a Fiverr course in the future. So look out for that. And depending on when you're watching this video, you can look at the description blocks below, and the course may be out, and you actually can find the link in the description, and it will be a link to my Fiverr, premium Fiverr course. So we can make money all kinds of different ways, right? So we are on logo design. Logo design, if you type in just logo design, or if you just go to graphics and then click on logo design, you're going to see that there's 215,000 services for logo design. And the reason why there's 215,000 services is because when you come over here and you click on the first one that pops up, they've got 9 orders in their queue. So there's a lot for people to choose from when it comes to logo design, right? This one has 6 orders in their queue. So as you just start looking at all these, go to some of these that have here's another one right here. And they've got 15 orders in their queue, and their basic logo starts at $80, right? So if everyone just had the basic, which we know that that's not the case, it would be 80 orders times 15 in their queue. They have $1,200 minimum in their queue right now, which is super cool, right? So that is logo design. Obviously, that one's going to be a really big one. And there's so many softwares out there that you can use to create logos just like this. Like watch, logo design right there. You can easily go into a place. So you can easily go into Canva, right? I'm in my Canva account. You would just go to create design, exit out of that, and you're going to go over to logo. Now, you know what? The popular ones show up here. And so why would logo be the 3rd most popular one on all of Canva? It's because people are using Canva to create logos for people, which there's nothing wrong with that. But it is a beginner level, or very user-friendly, easy to learn how to use this software. You don't have to learn all those fancy tools that people go to school for and have to actually learn how to use them. You can just come through here and look at all these different logos that you have over here, right? And so you could let's just look at that one that we were just looking at. So let's create one like this, a monkey with a yellow background. So you can actually click on that wherever it is. We'll just click on it real quick. So you can use this, right? And I'm actually going to jump ahead. I'm going to grab my color picker tool up here. I'm going to grab from web page, and I'm just going to, so you can even go and get inspiration from other places. But now we have the color from this, right? And I'm just going to show you how easy it is to create a logo. So we just have a monkey and logos. So I'm going to go over here, go back into Canva, and we can just go with the background here. I'm going to throw in that color that I just picked, right? And boom. So we have that. Then I'm going to go over here into text. We're going to go with a large text here. And I'm just going to say logos. Then we're going to change the font to something else, something cooler. So that one's cool. We got some premium fonts that I've uploaded from Creative Fabrica, which is awesome and something that you can do as well. And then I'm going to go ahead and grab, just throw that in right there. And you can actually even add some more cool effects to it as well. You can add a shadow to it. We could do a white shadow, bring the transparency up, and a little bit of blur if you wanted to, just to make it pop a little bit more. Then we just come back over here into elements, and we would just say monkey. And then I would go over to graphics, just click graphics over here. And we just try to find, obviously that monkey was, had a headset on, something like that. Now you can scroll through here and look at all the different assets that you can use. I mean, super cool. This one's pro. And you just center that, right? That looks super cool. So you could have that, right? And then what I'm going to do, look at that. Boom. You send that. Pretty dang cool. And we just made that, and let's just go ahead and do duplicate. We're going to switch that out, and we're going to try some other ones. And imagine what you could do with, grabbing some of these really cool monkeys in here. I mean, this is super cool. You can just grab that. That looks cool too, right? And we're going to go ahead and just duplicate the page. And imagine what you could do with offering value on Fiverr by going and saying, hey, you know what? I'll give you 5 logo concepts for $5. And then people are going to buy your gig. You can literally, people will find your gig because you're offering more value than anybody else on Fiverr. And you could do that for your first 10 orders. Get your gig off and running. I mean, look at these really cool brandable, put that right there, kind of hugging over the text right there. That looks like you could make a t-shirt, right? A funny t-shirt. So graphic design does not have to be that hard. Logo design does not have to be that hard. And we'll just do one more. Let's find another kind of cool one. I thought I saw another cool one up here that I thought was pretty cool. This one, if it was like more, So there you go. So you could easily look at all these logos, right? Look at that one. Look at that one. That one's cool too. That one just looks pro, maybe like for a software or something. But, is that one any fancier than this? It's not. And this guy's charging $160, right? You can go and look at some of their designs and they're just not, there's nothing incredibly special about what they're doing. So, and a lot of them are just plugging them into auto software. So actually what we were doing in Canva just now was actually even more fancier and taking more time, because it is a little bit custom what we're doing. We're actually creating it from scratch. Where as opposed to some people are just going to softwares that will auto generate a ton of them. And you just literally type in the text and then it will generate it for you. So that is, just an example of how you can get into, probably the most popular, hardest to get into, markets, logo design. And now you can see these top sellers are selling their services for one logo concept for $160. And you don't even get, I guess it's a vector file, but you don't even get the source file on that, right? And so very, very pricey. These guys are making bank on this. And you could come in here and say, hey, I'll give you 5 logo concepts. I'll deliver all 5 and you get to keep them all. And guess what? Start them off at $5. People will be like, oh my gosh, this is insane. I love it. And they can choose which one they like best. And then as you get 10, 15, 20 reviews, you can kind of taper off what the amount that you're doing, right? Maybe you take it from 5 to 3. You're still offering more value than everybody, but you're kind of saving yourself a little bit more time and work. Then once you get established and you're getting daily orders, you can, take it down to 1 or 2 and then make your price instead of $5. Now you're at 10, then 15. So yeah, it's a gradual shift. Most people can't come on Fiverr. And this is what people don't understand about Fiverr. Most people can't come on Fiverr and just post, hey, I will design a fascinating logo for you for $160. So most people can't just come on here and say, I'll design a logo for you for $160. And that's the lowest price that I have. Most, that just doesn't work like that. You got to offer more value than everybody else on the platform. So that is, it's too much for me to go into all these other ones, but, I have a lot of experience. I've done graphic design on the site and been successful, and I've done marketing, and I've done writing, and I've done a lot of video, and I've done a lot of audio and, voiceovers. So I've actually dabbled in a lot of these different, markets on Fiverr, and I've had success with all of them. And so that's why I want to make a course so I can teach more people how to get into it. And just because it's, competitive, it's kind of like the Amazon of offering freelance services on the internet, doesn't mean that you can't get started and be successful even in 2021, 2022. So that's it for this video. Be watching out for the course. It may not come out for the next 3 or 4 weeks. I may drop a link as well to like an early bird sign up. And, actually that's what I will do. I'll create an early bird, joining list, right? So when the course for Fiverr launches, you will get a special discount for 24 to 48 hours when it comes out. You'll actually get a discount on the course before I actually take the course public. So hit that like button and subscribe so you can get updates on my course that will be coming out soon and future videos like this. All right, until next time, take care.